Here we go. Oh, that doesn't work. All right. A little background noise. All right, cool. We're in. We are in. All right, so I'm going to open that app so we can kind of use that. Wow, thank you. Appreciate it. Open the leg part here. There we go. All right. So we left off on the quad. Well, we left on yesterday. Hold on. There we go. I need that quiet. I thought I can deal with the noise, but no. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. I'm starting now, so don't talk, please. Okay, so I'm starting now. Don't talk, please. Pay attention. We're not going to go for the whole period, but we're going to go nice and slow. We'll and 8:42. We'll see how long we go, but we're not going to go for the whole period because I like to work in smaller chunks so you guys can process this information. So we left off on the sartorius muscle. That's this one right here, sartorius, and we used the dark ochre pencil, and I think I still need to put these on canvas so those of you that are behind can follow along. So the sartorius muscle it starts at the front of the iliac crest, and it comes down and it attaches to the femur and it ends on the tibia, like right here. Okay, at the top of the tibia. All right, and then we are gonna go look at our pencils, and we're gonna go. Let's go orange, just regular orange there. Okay, there we go. Let's grab an orange there. And our next set of muscles we will put in here will be the adductor muscles. Hey guys. So the next set of muscles will be the adductor muscles. There's 3 of them right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, but they're just one mass. You're not going to see all 3. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go like this. They connect along here, and they come down. Well, they connect. They come in and they connect to the femur. Okay, so that's why I'm drawing this line really light here and really light here. And we have this really, really big one right here. You have the, let's see, pectineus, I think. Yeah, pectineus. And you don't need to know the names of it. There's pectineus. And then we have adductor longus. And then we have adductor magnus. I'm trying to remember. And we got adductor oh, that's gracilis. But we have adductor magnus in there too. Oh, it's behind. Okay, so what we're seeing is gracilis. So right here we have pectineus, adductor longus, gracilis, and we also have adductor magnus. And this one right here on the inside comes down, and it also attaches down here to the top of the tibia. So we have this muscle comes down, it attaches to the top of the tibia. It's right behind the sartorius. And then we have these other muscles that you're not going to be able to see. They're one mass. They're one mass. And they are like an ice cream cone. Okay? So they're like, the form is an ice cream cone. But they come down, and I'm drawing this lightly, and they attach to the femur. Oh, and they attach to the back of the femur, but whatever. You don't really need to know that. You just need to know this shape, which is a really long triangle, like so. Okay? And this grouping of muscles, okay, we're just going to identify the grouping, but not each muscle specifically, because this is not advanced anatomy for artists. So we're just like giving you the grouping. So this whole grouping here, this triangle, it's a triangle shape. The form is like an ice cream cone. We're just going to go put a dot here, and we're going to go adductors. Okay, so those are your adductors. And those create the inside there of your thigh. And these wrap around. So we're going to put some wrapping lines like this. Wrapping lines like this. Okay. Our next color we're going to use is we are going to use carmine. So get your carmine. Now the quads, we're going to use different colors, and I am going to separate these because the quads, these are really big muscles. So the first one that we're going to do is rectus femoris. Femoris meaning femur. So this is your femur bone, and we have I don't know what rectus means, but just below here, this little point right here on the front of the pelvis. If you and I think I'm recalling this right, if you go 3 fingers down from the front point of your pelvis, you have a connection right here. And so we're going to put a dot right here, and we're going to put a dot down right here. Shh. Don't come in and start talking. Don't come in and start talking. Thank you. All right, so we're going to come down. Now this muscle goes like this. So it goes thin to wide, and then it goes back to thin. So this is a tendon right here, and it attaches to the top of the patella or kneecap. Okay, so I don't know what shape that looks like, but I guess like a fish kind of. And this is like the tail of the fish. And it has a really thin line going down the middle. And I'm drawing that lighter. So on the other side, it connects here. We're going to go thin to wide, back to thin, and it goes back to thin because it's a tendon, and thin to wide, back to thin. That's rectus femoris. And we have a thin line. I'm going to go light line separating that muscle into 2 sections, even though it's like one section. And we're going to put a dot right here. We're going to arrow coming out. Rectus femoris. All right, so that's that muscle. Now, lower part of the quad on the inside of the leg, okay, let's get a different color, and we're going to get a pink. We're going to get pink here. Okay? We have a teardrop muscle. Oh, yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks. And so let me show you this one right here. Here's the rectus femoris muscle right here. It goes like from here, comes up, attaches, comes down, and attaches to the top of the kneecap. This one right here, vastus medialis, medial, the inside of the leg, it's like a teardrop shape and form. And that also attaches to the kneecap. You can see the tendon right here where it attaches. Okay, so we're going to go there. And we're going to go about halfway up the leg here. We're going to come down. Actually, a little less than halfway. We're going to come in like this, a little bit less than halfway. There we go. So I'm looking at that going, no. Start from the kneecap, the corner of the kneecap, go up a little bit more, less than halfway. And that goes behind. Now here, what I want you guys to do, because it's getting a little busy and it's getting a little bit confusing, I'm sure. But this goes behind the rectus femoris. So we go like this. Get your regular pencil. I want you to darken this. And I want you to darken this. And then I want you to darken this. And I want you to darken this a little bit. And because that's showing you that this muscle, this teardrop muscle, goes behind this muscle right here. And we've kind of drawn over the sartorius muscle, which is that really thin rubber band muscle, but that's okay. And then here's your adductor coming from behind. And they come up to the groin right there. So the adductor is using regular pencil, boom, like that. So this is in the front, this is behind that, and this is behind this. So we got like the front, the middle, the back, okay? The front and the middle of the back of the front view of the leg. Okay, put that pink back. Let's grab this color, light violet. So we're going to go light violet. I'm going to zoom out a bit. And we have the largest part of the quad, which is on the side here. See the highlighted muscle here? So you see a little bit in the front, and then as it turns, you see it's underneath this long thing right here. This long white thing, this is called the IT band or iliotibial band. Okay, it attaches your glutes, basically, these side muscles, all the way down. And so this part right here, vastus lateralis, it also attaches to the kneecap right here. Okay, so that comes down and attaches to the kneecap. And up here, it attaches to, let's isolate it. It attaches to the top, to the great trochanter, the top of the femur there. So we're going to start right here at the great trochanter, this thing right here, this little oval right there. You're like, how? I can't see it. So you guys can't see it. There we go. Okay, so this right here is your hip, and that's going to come out. It's going to come out like a straight line and then come down. And we're going to go kneecap coming out like so. That's a really big part of the quad. And then we're going to go to the other side. We're going to have a straight line coming out about so from the kneecap, and then from the hip, kind of a straight line coming out, and then it arcs and comes outward. vastus lateralis. So we're going to go dot here, arrow coming out, vastus lateralis. So lateralis is the outside of the body, lateral outside of the body, medial inside of the body. Okay, a little intermission music there. Okay, we are almost done with the lower legs, and once, or I should say the legs. So now we're going to go down to the lower legs. Now you have these things. Anybody familiar with the hamstrings? Raise your hand if you're familiar with hamstrings. Okay, so some of you have these things called these muscles called the hamstrings. They help you to flex or bend backwards your leg, your lower leg, your hamstring muscles. So, and what I want to do is I want to acknowledge them just for a minute. And I just want you to be aware of them. So here's part of your hamstring right there. And it comes down and it attaches to the top of, let me back up here. Okay, it attaches to the top of this bone right here, which is your femur. So there's not your femur, your fibula. So that's your fibula, this is your tibia, and your hamstring's attached to the top of the fibula right here. There we go. So let's take that off right there. Let's give them a little bit of moment to shine here. Let's grab this color, this cobalt blue. So they attach to your ischium. So this thing right here, you're like, what thing? I can't see it. This thing right here that comes down is the bone that you sit on, and your hamstring's attached to this bone right here. And they come down from behind, and then they're coming to the front. And this is a tendon and attaches to the top of your fibula. And so on the other side, we're going to go, hey, check it out. Here's our hamstring. Let's draw a light line coming down. You can barely see it. And then we're going to darken it where we can see it, and it attaches to the top of your fibula. So let's start right here. Hamstrings, those, I forget what they're called, but just hamstrings, that's good enough. I'm not going to get too specific there. Okay, so those come from behind to the side, top of the fibula. Now, there's something I want to mention here also when you're drawing knees, because they can get really complex and you're not sure what's going on with them. And we're going to grab this light blue pencil. And these colors they're just random. I'm just grabbing colors, and I'm trying to have significantly different colors when drawing different muscles, so you guys can differentiate like the groupings of the muscles. Okay, so right underneath your kneecap, and I'm going to zoom in here. There we go. Right underneath the kneecap, you have fatty tissue. So there's like this circle and circle right underneath the kneecap. You have fluid in your knee. You have this fatty tissue deposit. But you have like your kneecap, which is this sharp, angular, triangular thing. And then underneath it, you have this fatty tissue right here. And then underneath that, you have the front of your tibia, this nodule, which pokes out. So we're just going to go, and I'm pretty sure it's fatty tissue, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go like this, and we're just going to go knee, cap, kneecap fat. We'll do that. Kneecap fat. All right. So there's that little roundish thing there. All right. For all you knee drawers out there, knees are being able to draw and understand each joint of the body when is very important. Like become familiar with drawing elbows and knees and wrists and ankles and digits of the finger, where these joints come together. Okay, become familiar with them at every angle. All right. So we have this really big muscle in the front of the leg. And do I remember it? It's called, I don't remember it. Okay, tibialis anterior. Okay, so we're going to let's use Prussian blue. Prussian blue. Okay, so tibialis anterior, it attaches right here. This little circle is this protrusion on the tibia. So it starts right here and it comes down the front of your tibia, and then it turns into tendon and it attaches on the inside of your foot. And then we're going to come down. It's going to come out a little bit. And then so it's going to go thin to wide, back to thin because it's a tendon here. And there's that one. And it's rounded. So let's put some. These are cross contour lines. They describe the form. Okay, so on the other side, we're going to, this tibialis anterior, that's when you want to flex your foot up. So if you're sitting there right now, point your toes, point your foot down. That's your gastrocnemius. Okay, your calf muscle points your foot down. Your tibialis anterior points your foot up. So while you're sitting there, you can practice that. You can just like, oh, okay, that's what that muscle does. It pulls my foot up, okay? And we're going to come down the front of the tibia to the inside of the foot. And then we're going to come out. So we're going thin to wide, back to thin. And these are wrapping lines to show the form. And we're going to go dot, arrow, tibialis, anterior. Something to note about muscles, like whether you're an artist or not, is and to know how they work, is you have a muscle that flexes this way and a muscle that flexes this way. It flexes the opposite direction. If you twist this way, you have a muscle that can twist the opposite way. So, that's how we move our joints and twist our joints. And all right, we have this big muscle in the back, which is a very popular muscle. People call it the calf muscle, and you can call it that. That's totally fine. The proper name is the gastrocnemius. And that is this muscle right here, gastrocnemius, right? So you can see when I go like this, watch, and I highlight it, you can see it highlighted here and on the other side. The gastrocnemius is a two-part muscle, okay? Gastrocnemius, boom, like that. It goes all the way down. You guys probably know what this tendon is, the Achilles tendon, and attaches to the top of the heel. Now check this out here. So we got gastrocnemius, right? Now, that is on top of this muscle is not as well known. This muscle right here, which is called the soleus muscle right here. Here we go. So that's the soleus muscle. So we have, this is your bone showing. So you guys can feel your shin easily. Then we have the soleus muscle and then gastrocnemius right here. So we're going to draw in the soleus muscle. That attaches to the back of the leg, but it does stick out a bit. So it's going to come, attaches to the back. And it comes back in thin and disappears and attaches to the heel bone. So this is the soleus. It's going to come out, come back in, and it attaches down here to the top of the heel bone or the calcaneus bone. And we're going to put a dot right there. We're going to have an arrow coming out right here. And we're going to go soleus, like the sole of your foot. I don't know, but soleus. Now, this really amazing, powerful muscle in the back. And this is the gastrocnemius or the calf muscle. And it attaches to your femur. So I'm going to isolate it here. Check it out. So it attaches to your femur. So here's the nodule of your femur, the bottom portion of your femur. You can see that the calf muscle attaches to that. Okay, so let's grab, what color are we going to grab? We're going to grab the dark green pencil for this. And so here on our drawing, the nodules of our femur is up here. So we got to imagine in our brain, we go, okay, on the top of this thing right here, this is where the gastrocnemius or the calf muscle begins. It attaches up here, okay, behind, and it's going to come down, and it's going to come down and protrude outward and then disappear behind the soleus muscle, and it's going to come down, 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 and attach to the top of the heel bone. So the other side here, we're going to imagine, we're going to go, okay, here's where the calf muscle starts, gastrocnemius coming down. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going, I'm drawing through, I'm imagining it's behind. And now it's going to come down. Let's have those calf muscles touch. And then they're going to come in and disappear behind the soleus muscle and attach to the top of the heel bone, which is over here somewhere. Okay, so we have this layering effect of the muscles. So down, and layering effect, which we need to be thinking of these as layers, okay, like a sandwich. So we got tibialis on the top, then we have your tibia bone showing, then we have the soleus muscle, which is next, and then you have your gastrocnemius or calf muscle, which is below that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers that we can see. Then we have a little bit of the gastrocnemius showing, but before we do that, on the other side, there's these this side muscle, peroneus longus and peroneus brevis, which we need. Yeah, dude, this makes me happy, dude. I'm like, oh, I love to nerd out on this stuff, dude. Peroneus longus and peroneus brevis, yeah. It's fun. The kids are else. We're suffering. Maybe not. Maybe you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, but whatever. Hey, you're getting a grade. You're learning. You're getting points. I mean, you know, I appreciate you guys. Okay, so on the side here, we have this muscle right here, extensor digitorum longus. Extensor because it extends, digitorum because it attaches to the digits, and longus because it's long, okay? And so if we zoom in here, you can see that it comes down and it attaches to the digits of the feet, Okay, it turns into tendon here and attaches to the the digits of the feet there. Well, it looks like it attaches to 4 of them. Okay, so we have extensor digitorum longus, and then now this one is we have peroneus longus, and underneath it is peroneus brevis. Peroneus brevis is underneath it, and this is the soleus right here. So that's your soleus, but you can't see it. That's side view. So from the front view, since we're doing front view, we go, okay, what can we see? We can see extensors, or we can just call them the extensors, okay? And you can just, I don't know what you'd call this, but it's just peroneus longus and peroneus brevis from the front. Okay, so we're going to put in the extensors, and they come from underneath the tibialis muscle. So let's call it tibialis. But the extensors, we're going to go up about halfway here, and we're going to come down. This gray pencil's not really a good choice. So we're going to go back to, because it's too close to the blue, we're going to go back to dark yellow. So grab that dark yellow. Okay. And we're going to start about halfway here. We're going to go, the extensors are a smaller muscle, comes down the front of the foot, and it attaches to 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. Okay. And then we're going to start about halfway. This comes from behind the tibialis, and it's going to come down the front of the foot and attach to 1, 2, 3, 4 of those digits. Okay. A lot of muscles, everybody, are triangular. There's lots of triangles in the human body. Okay, so muscles, they go from thin to thick to wide to thin, or you can, because this muscle right here, what you can see of the muscle is triangular. Okay. On the side here, so peroneus longus and peroneus brevis. Now let's put that back. Let's go a little bit different here. Let's grab the vermilion. So get that vermilion pencil, and we're going to go peroneus longus. Where does that attach? It attaches to, I think, the beneath the fibula. So let's isolate that. So it attaches to the top of the fibula, but the bottom portion of it. And then it comes down to, oh, yeah, I forgot about this. It attaches to the bone of the foot about halfway. You have this protrusion on the outside of your foot. And peroneus longus and brevis both attach there. So we're like, well, where's the top of the fibula? Well, the top of the fibula is right, here's the top of the fibula. So we're going to start right here with top of the fibula. And we're going to do a little sliver of muscle coming out, just a little sliver because it's not that big. And then it comes down and it disappears and it goes behind this ankle bone here, the outside ankle bone, and it attaches to the outside of your foot. You have this, you can feel that through your shoe, this nodule bone right there. Okay, so on the other side, top of the fibula, just below, a little sliver of muscle coming out, coming down behind the ankle and attaching to the foot down here. Now we have the glorious gastrocnemius, the second head. You have a long head and a short head of the gastrocnemius. We're going to grab that dark green pencil and we go, okay, it attaches to the top of the femur behind on the backside, and it's going to come down and protrude out a little bit here. A little sliver showing, and then it's going to come in. Now the top, this is important. The gastrocnemius here, it's higher than on the outside than the gastrocnemius part on the inside. On the inside, it dips down lower, and this is higher. So you have this angle, okay? That's very important when drawing it. So we go like this. We go, boom, this comes down, and this comes from behind, attaches up here to the back of the femur, comes down, comes out a little bit, and then boom, dips back in, and it goes all the way down, turns into tendon, and attaches to the top of the heel. And once again, look at the angle here. See how this is higher, this is lower. And then we're going to label that. Oh, we didn't label these. How dare I? Okay, so this this yellow one is extensors. So you have extensors in your toes, you have extensors in your fingers. And this orange one, peroneus longus and brevis / brevis, because peroneus longus is longer, brevis is shorter, brevis is underneath the longus. I just say brevis is short. There's another part of another muscle section that's brevis somewhere in the body, forget where right now, but basically to me, I just go, oh, it means short. Okay. Or shorter. Okay. And then this little green part. So we have this is that little orange part, the green part right here. We'll put a dot there. We're going to come out. We're going to go gastrocnemius. Did I spell that right? Gastrocnemius? Gastrocnemius. Yes, I did. Okay. Or you can just put calf muscle. Okay. Either one. Oh, and this, we got to put a dot right. Did we do soleus? Yeah, we did soleus. Okay. So put a dot on this dark green over here on the inside, put an arrow coming out over here, and put GAS dot, short for gastrocnemius or calf. Do that. Boom. All right. And take a deep breath and relax. Exhale. We're done for today. Awesome.